Yo, fighting game fans, we are eating. Actually, all of gaming is actually eating, honestly. But mostly us right now, we are eating. So as you know, Evo obviously happened, and we got a whole bunch of new stuff, and there's way too much to cover in one video. And even outside of, Evo, just stuff that happened, like we got the whole teaser with Tekken 8 possibly, which probably is going to be Tekken 8. Then we also had Garou number 2 finally coming out after, I believe, 20 years, which, is pretty insane that that's happening. Guilty Gear found out that they made over 1 million copies sold, and, Bridget's coming to the game today, actually. And then we also have Street Fighter, unfortunately, which got leaked early on, but still, nonetheless, the trailer was still hyped as hell and got my expectations somewhat blown out the water a little bit, especially with one character. But and then just regular gaming news, KH is dropping Dark Road this month, and they did confirm the release date to the 26th, which we'll try to record something for that. But anyway, point is, I want to mainly talk about Street Fighter 6 and it coming down to Kimberly and the Queen of Evil herself, Juri. Now, when it comes to Kimberly, let's start off with her. First of all, she looks really freaking dope, and definitely with a lot of the stuff that she can do, is really amazing as well. She obviously is like the ninja type of the game, and she's like under, or like, I guess like in the same type of league as Guy and Ibuki, honestly, because there's a lot of similar moves that she can pull that is kind of just like Guy and Ibuki, like her hip toss and the jumping across the screen kind of thing that Guy did back in Street Fighter 4, which was like, obviously reminiscent of their moves, which is honestly really nice to see. Which at first I was thinking, oh, are we gonna get Ibuki in this game? But then when you see that she's kind of doing the Ibuki things, it's kind of like, I don't think we're gonna get Ibuki in this game. I honestly don't see a reason to get her if Kimberly is just doing the same thing that those two are doing. So, it's more, again, this is like Street Fighter the Third Strike, honestly, with how there's just a new era of characters coming through and a new era of things. And Street Fighter 6 is no exception. It's pretty much a new era for the modern generation of people to enjoy these new characters. That's why we had Luke to come in at the end of Street Fighter 5 and basically kind of running the place in Street Fighter 6 in some shape and form, which you got your old classic characters too, but they're just kind of in the mix of things of these new characters. And when it comes to things, I honestly do see that she has like some traps that she likes to lay down as a ninja would. Teleportation, as kind of expected because of the whole ninja attribute. And, she just has a really nice style about her. Like, she has some actual swag that I didn't necessarily think a lot of characters in this game would normally have. Like Guile, for example, when we first saw Guile, like, I thought his movement was going to be like some lame trash stuff, but they actually made him look pretty damn cool, even though his forearm is literally bigger than a tree trunk. But still, nonetheless, they made him look excellent in this game. And Kimberly absolutely has the more swaggier urban street type of style to her. And the interesting thing to her definitely is when you look at the PlayStation blog I think they had up last night, which was talking about Kimberly and Juri. They was referring to Kimberly enjoying the 80s and the style of that time, and essentially that's why she carries a cassette tape all the time and just kind of do things with that. And it's just nice to see a different take on a character in different types of ways when it comes to like maybe their personal preferences and things that they enjoy. And it's just honestly really nice. She reminds me a lot of Isla from KOF 15 too, because she does spray paint attacks and things of that nature, which I would honestly say she's more JoJo like than Kimberly, but it is what it is. But definitely, I can definitely see those two either becoming rivals in the future, if there is going to be like a Capcom versus SNK kind of game, maybe in some type of form, or they end up becoming like a team themselves, which, I can honestly see that happening. Also, yeah, SNK dropped the Samurai Showdown team for King of Fighters 15, which is honestly really cool, and I'm really hyped to see that as well. But anyway, I really like Kimberly. I really like the character design they got for her, and she's going to be a wonderful addition to Street Fighter 6, just making the game even more better than it already is. Then we get to the Queen of Evil herself. The reason why I like evil women in my anime Juri Han. Oh my, yes. I wanted to scream last night. Last night, I was like, break my spine, break my entire spleen, put it out on display, because that's how I felt. That's how I felt, honestly. There's only very few ladies in any type of fictional media that can absolutely destroy my body in any type of way, and it's gonna be Juri or Kirari. I don't necessarily care. But when it comes to her, I was so desperate to see her out of anybody, because I only started to really understand how she plays in Street Fighter 4 like a few months ago, and I've never really been good at Street Fighter in the slightest. I'm a button masher, but after trying to understand how the game works and what buttons is what and how Juri kind of actually flows in that game in particular, I really enjoyed her Street Fighter 4 style than her Street Fighter 5, because there was a lot of stuff to her that I just feel like I could do and utilize and understand way more than her Street Fighter 5 counterpart. Which, I'll be totally honest with you too, I hated the Street Fighter 5 Juri. I did not care for her in the slightest, mainly because it took out a lot of the things that, you know, made Juri good, at least to me, in Street Fighter 4. Like, a lot of the tools that she once had in 4 was not present in 5. Not to mention, there was just a lot of things, other things I was just missing for her, like her whole spider, you know, motif that she usually have, completely missing in 5. And then they just like, yeah, she has a biker outfit and an eye patch now, congratulations. Which, you know, it's not Juri. Yes, you got the colors right, but it's not her to the fullest of what I want to see. So it's nice to see that they brought that back as well. I'm absolutely ecstatic that they brought back her dive kick from 4 too as well, because that is something I absolutely use in 4 a lot. And when it comes to things, she's just gonna look like she's gonna be having a ton of fun. And I also like the fact that she has 2 different eyes, obviously the feng shui engine and in her regular eye, which obviously is the thing that she was been born with. But still, you know, it's just really nice, honestly. And they really tried to swag her out as much as they possibly could. They're like, yeah, you know, you're gonna be all the simps, you're gonna be liking this lady, let's show feet, right? Let's have some actual feet people. You never thought you were gonna get in feet today? Huh, you haven't seen this lady. You're gonna look at this lady one time and demand to lick some feet. And then she's gonna kick you in the face because she's gonna think you weird. But definitely, I just honestly really love how they just portrayed her, especially with the whole Akira bike thing, which every single character in fiction had to have with a bike. Just use that pose because no one can be creative anymore. But when it comes to things, honestly, I was definitely the one that was definitely like the character I was majorly concerned about, because I was like, Street Fighter 5 Juri was not fun to play, but Street Fighter 4 Juri was absolutely fun. And now it looks like they're getting a mix of 5 and 4, but more so leaning to the 4 factor, which I'm absolutely down for. So yes, bruh, and her design, absolutely A1 as well. And she's just so damn snarky. Like, and that's the one thing too with the, you know, engine that we were looking at with the whole graphics engine and stuff. Like, I was thinking, oh, is she gonna look kind of weird in model? But she doesn't look that weird, honestly. She looks actually pretty normal. And when it comes to things, honestly too, one other thing is that her expressions is super psychotic looking. Like, even more psychotic than normal. Like, yeah, with the cartoony style, like in 4 or 5, you can, you know, maybe extend that into a way where, you know, it looks psychotic, you know, in an exaggerated way. But now that she looks a bit more realistic, you know, she's looking like a real deal psychotic ass person, and it's honestly really enjoyable, and it's something that really fits Juri. So overall, I am 100% going to main and try to get good at the game when it comes to Juri. I refuse to play this game on PS4 because everybody's also been clowning me because I still have a PS4 and not an upgrade. I'm sorry I can't play Cyberpunk on your PS5. I don't have it yet. But when it comes down to things, I am definitely going to drop something so I can, you know, get a new gen console so we can play, you know, Street Fighter 6 and just straight up try to main Juri in everything in every way I possibly can, because this is the time. Of all the times, this is the time where I try to get somewhat good on Street Fighter. Not Evo level, because I ain't gonna win. I ain't gonna win that. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't no IDOM. I ain't gonna win that. But definitely when it comes to things, I would like to, you know, get better at at Street Fighter a little bit in the future. But absolutely, just straight up, love Juri 100%. The first evil lady in fiction that I ever got to see, and honestly couldn't hate because she's too cool and fine at the same time. So yes, let all the Juri Gentai commence, please. But that's pretty much all I want to say for this one, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Patreon is available as well as Ko-Fi for Quickatsuka missions as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.